Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's call this regular board meeting to order for the Village of Carpentersville, February 16th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Kelly, please call roll.
Trustee Garcia.
Here.
Trustee Malone.
Here.
Trustee O'Sullivan.
Here.
Trustee Andreessen.
Here.
Trustee Frost.
Here.
Trustee Vela.
Present.
And President Skillman.
Here, please stand for pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we have no proclamation, no appointments. Public comment?
None signed. Do you have any?
Oh, I came in, I forgot to sign in.
That's okay. You can step to the mic, County Board Member.
President Skillman,
Good evening.
trustees, nice to be here.
Chris?
Nice to be out and about. Although I'm trying to rock this COVID look and bringing some gravitas to the day here. So get some
That
seriousness
Tuesday.
going. Chris Caius, resident of Algonquin and Kane County Board Member, District 23. And just have a few things I'd like to mention to you. Our Transportation Committee, KDOT, will be having a meeting on the 25th. There will be a stakeholder engagement planning session Thursday, February 25th at 10 a.m. and it's going to be all online. I have the connection to get to the meeting. If you have input to something that you want to see on the construction or development in Kane County, on Kane County roads, that's a good place to do that. It's a long process to get them going. You know, as you understand, when you do those kind of things, it takes a long time. So if you have an interest in getting something heard or seen, that's a good place to do it. I just received this morning that that I believe the deadline or the completion of Long Meadow Parkway will be at on 7/31/2021. So I think I had been telling people maybe the end of the year or early next year, but I think they're scheduled for the end of July. As far as COVID distribution, we're using a distributive model for the county, and because of shortage of the vaccines, that seems to be the primary thing, is we're just not getting them. We're getting in irregular intervals. We get them 2,000 one week and none the next week and 300 the next week. So it seems like it's pretty spread out, but that's our model, is to get them distributed as far as possible. There are other entities that are bringing them. The state is distributing as well. As you know, you had a vaccine distribution event here in town. Once we have a steady supply of vaccine, you may expect to see some more centralized locations, especially possibly for seniors. As of Saturday, the county has received 54,595 doses and administered 50,612. We have a plan. They've been working on it for a number of years. The thing we're short on now, again, I'll mention it again, we're just short on vaccines. So hopefully when we get the steady supply of those, that'll help make sure that we get them distributed and in people's arms. In our CARES Act allocation committee that we distributed $92 million to the county and to municipalities. We also have received, and I mentioned it earlier, we've received $13 million for low-income rental assistance in the month of January, I believe, for rental assistance in Kane County. The program should be coming together in March. It's a slow process again too, but we will be working with the state to distribute these monies, and they will be going to hopefully mom and pop kind of landlords and rental assistance. Sounds like a lot of money, $13 million bucks, but it doesn't go real far, especially with the COVID, what's happening with the COVID. But we will be working to distribute that money, and of course we're going to hopefully count on you to help us reach to the people that need it the most when that does come about, maybe in your community, make sure that we get them distributed up here as well. And I believe that's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Unless you have any questions.
Trustee?
Thank you.
No questions? Thank you. So yes, we did do a first vaccination locally here in town. It went very well. Did over 360, I believe, shots, vaccinations. And second ones we're working on with staff, and we're trying to put it where it could be more accessible. So in town, so to help out on that. But that went very well. Thank you to county and the state and for helping that get going. And, okay. Next item, consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda will be acted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a trustee so request, in which the event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. So we have A through F. Is that correct? Yes. Tonight?
Motion to approve items A through F on the consent agenda as presented.
And I'll second.
We have Trustee O'Sullivan first, and a second by Trustee Garcia. Any discussion? Anybody? Not, okay. So roll call, please, Kelly.
Trustee O'Sullivan?
Yes.
Trustee Andreessen?
Yes.
Trustee Frost?
Yeah.
Trustee Vela?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Malone?
Yes.
And President Skillman.
Yes, thank you. Motion approved for the consent agenda. Next item on the agenda is reports of manager and staff. Manager Johnson?
Thank you, President Skillman. A few items. One of the items I wanted to bring to your attention, in case you're reached out to by a resident, there have been some issues with water bills, and by that I mean there were multiple bills that went out with estimated readings. The reason for this was in December-ish, we had our reader system went down. When we went to fix it, we were told that it was an outdated system, that basically what we had was outdated, couldn't be used, service that we had to upgrade and move to new equipment. We did order the equipment. It arrived January-ish. The equipment was damaged. It was sent back. Equipment was going back and forth. So another round of bills had gone out as an estimate read. The problem with the estimate read is that some people ended up with lower estimates than what their actual was. Some people ended up with higher. A couple things for our residents to know. Anyone who overpaid, that gets credited to the actual reading when it comes in, so we're not keeping that money. There's no penalty there. Anyone who is underread and may have had a larger than normal bill, we are working with everyone to set up payment plans. There won't be any late fees or penalties based on that, and we're just trying to get the readers up and running. Unfortunately, the inclement weather lately has prevented us from going and installing the readers in the tower, but as soon as we get the all clear date, we're going to have those up, so the readings should be accurate readings going forward. But there was a segment of the population that, just because of the estimated bills, might, when they got the actual reading, reflected, what may have been a shocking number if they were under billed on their estimate for previous payments. We are monitoring federal legislation with new, I'm calling it CARES Act 2.0, that the federal government is trying to finalize. It's still, nothing's been voted on or passed through yet, but we have been tracking since the initial CARES Act funds have been done. Staff has been directed to track everything like we were when CARES Act was going, so we'd be able to quickly apply for and receive whatever the new information looks like. But we'll be watching for that. Also, in terms of the budget, I'll be watching the governor's budget presentation. The biggest concern and worry right now is that to offset the state deficit is that they might try to withhold some of the income tax pass-through that comes to municipalities. It is a common thing over the years that the legislature has dipped into to balance their budget. The good news is it would take an act of the legislature. It can't just be an executive, even if he asked for it. Legislature would have to vote on it to take those funds away, and we've been already actively lobbying our members in advance should that ask be made of them, and hopefully they would decline on that, knowing that taking funds away from us locally during COVID is just going to put pressure on municipalities elsewhere. We will be meeting with the Forest Preserve in the upcoming week to discuss the expansion of the parking lot on 31 for Raceway Woods. Thank you to our new president there for helping jumpstart that conversation. As we saw early last year with COVID, as more people were using the raceway, the parking was undersized for the size of the facilities that people are enjoying, so we're hoping to get that done. And then, President Skillman, if you allow me to ask Ben Mason to come to the microphone. He wants to update the board on a project we've been working on, which is updating our residential permitting process to make it easier for residents.
Yes,
Manager
sir.
Johnson?
Yes.
I have a question before we move forward.
Yes.
Have we posted any information about the water bills and the issue on our pages so that residents know that they can contact us if they're having
We
difficulties?
have, and we've been actively putting it out to also the different groups, the township, who gets a lot of calls for assistance. So we've let our cooperative partners know and have been trying to get it out as much as we can, just because, we want people, if there's any, concern, if they have any questions, to not let them,
Yeah,
be worried.
let's make sure that we do, because I know that, that's something that I've been discussing with you over the past few months. So let's make sure we have that information out
Yes.
for our residents. Thank you.
Director Mason?
President Skillman. So as Manager Johnson mentioned, in the Community Development Department, we've been working to streamline our building permit application process. And what is at each of the trustees' chairs this evening is a copy of our new building permit application for residential projects. And for those board members that may have applied for a permit in the past for your home, you might have recalled there were project-specific permit applications that needed to be filled out. And depending on the type of project, it may have required 2 or even 3 different applications to be completed. So over the past few months, working with staff in my department, we looked at, what some other communities have been using, certainly in terms of their application forms and processes, wanted to streamline it, save time for residents and contractors to fill out the forms, as well as for our own staff to take in the applications and process them. So we have gone to a universal application form for residential projects. You'll see this double-sided application form on the front. Simply would need to indicate what type of project is being applied for. The back is information to add in contractor names and contact information. There is a companion packet that is available as well with additional information about the various types of permit types and projects that will help answer a lot of questions residents and contractors might have. Both the application and this permit guide are now posted on our village website. We are going to be putting this out on social media later this week, and we'll also be working toward having Spanish language versions of these forms available as well. So wanted just to recognize our building inspector, Thomas Machinsky, and senior planner, John Svolenka, for a lot of their time and work that has been put in to update our forms and processes, and very excited. We just rolled this out last week. So we're still in the process of taking in any feedback, comments, so certainly if any board members happen to apply for
Yeah, I do.
yourself.
So this could be done online, correct?
Yes, we do have a process where you can submit it to permits@cville.org.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Correct.
Okay, we can fill it online, we can do it all
We
online.
will have a fillable version, a
So we-
fillable PDF
not yet,
of
okay.
that. Yeah, we're working
We're
on
getting there,
that.
that's, okay, that's
But yeah,
perfect.
the application itself could be submitted to
Or we could
our-
scan it, fill it out and scan it and send it in.
Yes.
So,
Just wanted to highlight that. We have more initiatives that they're working on right now in my department to continue to look at making things more just streamlined and, user-friendly.
is
whether it's
there anything, I work in many villages, so, in cities, so, is there anything to make, is there any way, like a fast track? Some of the communities are doing that, it's something new, where you could just go online, okay, I need a fence, I need to put up a fence post or whatever. to fast track it, I mean, it's something we can talk about later, I
Sure.
guess, but
Yeah, there are a handful of different permit types that we can actually issue, same day or over the counter. But yes, we'll continue to be looking at
and we want
options
people
for-
to know that, I mean, obviously get that word out. I mean, we want to be, user-friendly, a friendly community.
Yes.
Because we've been marked too many years where it's not friendly to work in our town, so we're done with that, so,
Well, I believe this is a step in the right direction, and there will be more
yeah,
forthcoming.
this is good. I like it. So it's easy to fill out and for the contractors coming in, and
Yes.
it's nice.
So,
Thank you. Any questions? Anybody?
Fantastic.
Very good.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's it.
That's it. Chief Schilling, anything on the ladder truck or tower or whatever? It's a ladder truck now, right? Any dates? Are we getting close?
We are getting close, yes, sir.
Okay.
We just started the factory training with the representatives from Pierce, which is today, tomorrow, and Thursday. After that, individual training sessions with the driving course, setup, apparatus familiarization, and we're really close to getting all the equipment placed on the vehicle, so hopefully within the
Great.
next 30 days, we should be up and running with it.
Just wondering. I didn't, yeah, thought of, anybody questions for Chief Schilling at all? Everybody's healthy? Thank you. Everybody's healthy at the PD? Public Works? Everybody's doing well. Okay, good. All right. Is that it, Manager Johnson?
Yes.
All right, next item, we have no old business. We have no new business tonight. We have trustee and committee reports. Trustee Vela?
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start off with commending our police department for a job well done in the incident that we had at the Glen Eagle Farms, the car burglaries. Job well done. Very proud of the way that our officers handled the situation, and we're very supportive of our department. Also, I'd like to say thank you to Public Works. Our roads have been well taken care of. They're doing a really good job with keeping us safe. Thank you for doing that. It's greatly appreciated. And that's about it.
Great, thank you. Trustee Frost?
No report for me tonight.
Trustee Malone?
I have no report.
Trustee O'Sullivan?
Nothing to report.
Audit and Finance coming up?
Audit and finance is coming up, that's right.
When
So
is
we'll
it?
start February 28th, I want to say?
Next Monday, 6 p.m. at Public Works Training Facility.
Next Monday. Okay, then you'll send it out to us. Reminder, please. Thank you.
We'll start that process
And next
all
meeting, we
over
can
again.
talk
6:30?
6 o'clock.
6 PM, yeah. We'll send something out.
Yes, we're finalizing the agenda today, so we should I'll have it to you, Chairman O'Sullivan, for approval, and we'll have it out by the end of the week for everyone, members and board.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes, good evening, everybody. Nice to see you again, partially. I'm working with the Parks Committee and some other of our members and staff on some events for this upcoming year, if everything opens the way it should open. A lot of interest from different groups to participate in these events. I just hope everything goes fine, and the next couple of meetings I'll bring a complete schedule how everything is going to work out, and it's going to be a fun summer, I promise you. That's from me, sir.
Sounds great, thank you. Trustee Andreessen?
Okay. I just want to say, I don't know if everyone's aware, this is my last meeting. My husband and I are moving to Florida, and so we'll miss everybody. We won't miss this weather. I want to thank everyone. I want to especially thank the trustees. They were very welcoming when I was appointed. Even when we didn't agree on issues, everybody's very professional. I really appreciate that. I think it's a good fit for Carpentersville. Everyone's done a really good job. I want to thank all the village employees, especially the ones that have to come to all these meetings and stay after work, after they've worked all day. We really appreciate all of you. And I want to thank President Skillman for appointing me, giving me this opportunity, It's been great. It's been a great learning curve. Learned there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that most people aren't aware are going on, that there's a lot of work to be done to make a village work. So I just want to say thank you, and I will keep an eye on everyone. I'm sure I'll log in and catch some of your meetings in the future.
You're always welcome. Thank you.
And Bobby, don't you worry, we'll send you some snow.
Yeah.
I know you'll miss it.
Yeah, for sure. So, no, I wanted to thank Trustee Andreessen. Great job. Yeah, I knew you were, and you represented the east side very well. Thank you. Since you're really our only member from the east side. So, but thank you for your service. And definitely, we'll talk again. But,
And we'll be home to visit. Our daughter is pregnant with her first child, so I'm sure we'll be back.
Grandbaby, yeah, you'll be around, so.
Yeah, we'll be around.
You're not going that far. Well, again, thank you. Yeah, did a great job helping us through, a lot of different situations. And like you said, the board has done a great job working together and taking care of business, so, and making the Carpentersville better. Great, so. Anybody else? Comments? All right, let's move right into closed session. I'm looking for a motion. I need a motion to enter closed session to discuss collective negotiating matters and pending litigations. 5 ILCS 120-2-C-2H1. Right?
That's and 11, 2 and 11.
Oh, I can't read your writing. I'm sorry.
I'll motion to enter closed session.
And I'll second.
We have a motion by Trustee Andreessen, second by Trustee Garcia. Roll call, please.
Trustee Vela,
Yes.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Malone,
Yes.
Trustee O'Sullivan,
Yes.
Trustee Andreessen,
Yes.
Trustee Frost.
Yes.
And President Skillman.
Yes, thank you. We'll be going to closed session. And we're coming back into session after that.